Identity family, we're back again on the AfricaUnity platform. My name is KingIdris and I'm here to give you guys the new insight on what is going on the home ground in Africa and international community. Today we'll be talking about the new included word in the new Oxford Dictionary, that they include the Ghanaians new language, the Ghana and Nigeria Pidgin language from West Africa. They incorporated and included it in the new Oxford Dictionary. The words that they included in this new Oxford Dictionary, they include a lot of normal words that we used to speak between Nigerians in normal street language, the normal Pidgin street language that we used to have conversation between the people on the home ground in Africa. Some people don't know how to speak proper English because it's not our language. We have a lot of languages in Nigeria and we have a lot of languages in Ghana. We have a lot of tribes, different kind of community that they have different kind of languages. But the people on the home ground in Africa use Pidgin English, commonly known like the street language. They use Pidgin English to have more conversation in the market space, in any form of gathering or organization, mostly in West Africa. Other people in South Africa have their own personal language that they use to communicate between themselves, in East Africa, even in North Africa. But today we're talking about West Africa, which is Nigeria and Ghana. We have a lot of countries on the home ground in West Africa, but the main country that we'll be talking about today, and they're the kings and the queens on the home ground in West Africa, Ghana and Nigeria. There's nothing you do on the home ground in West Africa, in Africa, that you're not gonna mention Ghana or Nigeria. So today we'll be talking about the latest edition of Oxford Dictionary, which a lot of the English colonized countries really use this dictionary. I use this dictionary in school. There's no how you're going to go to school in West Africa. You're not going to use the English Oxford Dictionary. You're going to use the Oxford Dictionary. So the 20 words that is being newly incorporated into the new edition of the Oxford Dictionary from Nigeria are words like suya, adire, 419, yahoo yahoo, and so many more. We have Jan, we have Japa, we have Eba, Gele, Kanuri, Kobo, a lot Agberu, a lot of other words that has been used on the home ground in Africa. The words that we used to have communication on the street are now incorporated into the Oxford Dictionary, which words like Banku, High Life, Asonto, Galamsey has been incorporated from the Pidgin English of the Ghanaians, because Oxford Dictionary also included guidelines to pronounce the word correctly for other people in Europe, in Caribbeans, and in the Americas to understand more of the Pidgin English of the Nigerian words. The Pidgin English is just like patois, how the Jamaicans use patois to have communication between themselves, because most of the countries that the English colonized in Africa, in the Caribbean, the Americas, anywhere around the world, the English language is not their main official language. So they have to incorporate themselves into this. They have to learn this. So people on their own right come together and form a language, a very easy language to communicate, to dialogue, to make transaction between the people. A kind of language that will be more easily to ascertain, to express. And
African American, Caribbean, Black people, all my people in the diaspora. These are Pidgin words and their translation to Ebonics.
Let's go.
Am I
define?
Or you can say, I did alright.
Or I did alright, or I did camping for grand.
Hey, camping. I'm camping right now. You dumb as hell.
You be mumu. You are a mumu person.
What's happening, TT?
Auntie, waiting they happen, no, my auntie.
What's happening, TT? My favorite. Or in Ghana, we say, auntie, what they go on?
Oh, in Liberia they see Titi, salon Titi.
That is salon. You're saying salon and Liberia. Guys, Liberians watching, he's just joking. He's just joking, okay? I know how you guys don't like to play with
my
the
Yena people and
Yes.
the colloquial, please trust me.
Please,
It's love.
it's love.
I'm trying.
I love cassava leaf.
I love cassava leaf.
I love dry rice.
Oof, I love the fish.
I love Monrovia.
I love Liberia.
I love Liberian jollof.
But auntie, we understand.
Yeah. What they go on, auntie?
What they going waiting
Yes,
they happen,
what
auntie.
waiting they happen, auntie. Okay, next word. You wanna watch the game? You wanna watch the game?
So this one is you wanna
Yes.
watch the game. Is bros, match the go on though. You wanna go watch match?
You wanna go watch match?
You wanna go watch TV?
You feel watch match tonight?
I'm a person fit look or say these guys they are not African or this accent,
the
this
pidgin is
translation.
American pidgin.
This
You know?
In times of dealing with people, just to make things easier between communication between people, so the pidgin English have been incorporated into the West African language as the main official language, that some people don't even need to speak proper English. Once you can speak the pidgin English, you're good to go. So we have the newly incorporated word into the Oxford Dictionary. We have suya, which is a word for the goat's meat that is being produced mostly in the northern side of Nigeria and in some northern side of Ghana. There's no how you're going to talk about Africa, West Africa, to be precise, that you're not going to talk about suya. In a way, the West African people love to eat their meat in a different form, which have to go through a lot of process, like the northern people, mostly the Hausa Fulani, that we have in Nigeria, and we also have Hausa Fulani in Ghana. You can see these people in the northern side of Nigeria, and you can see them in the northern side of Ghana. There's no place in Africa that they don't have the Hausa speaking people, and there's no place in the homeland in Africa that don't have the Fulani speaking people. So there'll be a lot of suya selling people all over West Africa, and in some side in the northern side of Africa and in the eastern side of Africa, because the Hausa people and Fulani people, they are over everywhere in Africa. Another word is adire. Adire is a word that is being used for a clothing from the Yoruba people, mostly from the Yoruba people. Adire is a local fabric type that a lot of people wear, a local fabric wear that a lot of people really love to put on. It's very cheap and it's very easy to acquire on the home ground in Africa. Mostly people on the home ground in West Africa love this adire cloth to put it on, because it goes in a lot of way, like in movies, in a lot of prolific pictures, just to ascertain how to describe African people with their tribes and their culture. The adire cloth attire is something a lot of people really love on the home ground in Africa. And the third one, we'll be talking about 419. A 419 is a cybercrime related terms that a lot of people really know about the Nigerian people. There'll be a lot of 419, a lot of people have been extradited back to the United States of America, a lot of other places. Nobody will say they don't know the 419 terms or the acronyms, the 419 language in Nigeria. A lot of people really know it because it's been ascertained to people that do fraudulent work or fraudulent jobs, people that fraud people like Hush Puppy, like a lot of other people that have been arrested and they've been jailed for a long time. Hush Puppy is a well-known philanthropist, a well-known socialite in Dubai that been in prison for a long time in the United States of America. Is an example of 419. So the 419 is a cybercrime related effort for a lot of people just to incriminate and to defraud people. So a lot of people really know about this in West Africa. Also in Nigeria, it's a term that a lot of people really know to be part of the Nigerian language. That the 419 is an acronym, is a word that has been established, and a lot of people really know about this word through the Nigerian movie, the Nigerian music. A lot of people really use this term in the home ground in Africa, in West Africa, in Nigeria. I'll be talking about the Yahoo. The Yahoo is a cybercrime related terms like the 419, but the Yahoo people are the one that do come and marry, just lie to make money, whereby the 419 go into the fraudulent business, like with gun, with anything that will make them make money out of it. But the 419 is just like lying online, trying to make money, try to dupe the white people. Most of the people that try to scam the white people are the people called the Yahoo, because of email address they use in the ancient days. In the beginning is Yahoo. That's why they just ascertain it to be the Yahoo. It's not Hotmail, it's not other thing, it's just Yahoo. And a lot of people on the home ground in Africa know about this. In Ghana, in Nigeria, is a term that a lot of people really knows, that they can share about this. Everybody on the home ground in Africa to South Africa, they really know about it, because you know Nigerians goes everywhere on the home ground in Africa, and there's no how they go somewhere. They go with their language, they go with their food, they go with their music, they go with their ways of life. So a lot of people really know these Yahoo terms. It's from the Nigerians, and now people can see like Sakawa. They say Sakawa in Ghana is almost the same. So my people, the next that I'll be talking about is Jand. Jand is a Nigerian English word that they use for overseas, foreign, or outside people that they're outside the country. People that they are not in the country, they say you Jand, or Jakba, or Jand, like you Jand, you travel, you move away, you travel all the way. That's the meaning of Jand. In West Africa, a lot of people really know these terms. In Ghana, in Nigeria, just like the street vibe, they will say, if they want to say you travel, they're going to say out. They're going to say in don Jand, like the man don Jand, the lady don Jand, my ex-girlfriend don Jand, my girl don Jand, my own boy don Jand. So Jand means traveling out of the country, like you live overseas, you live outside the country, you're just like a foreigner, but you're still part of the people on the home ground in Africa, but you live outside the country. So that's the meaning of Jand. And the other word we'll be talking about is Japa. Japa, Japan. Japa is a Nigerian word, a Nigerian English word that is used for runaway, or people that travel away out of their country, maybe to look for a better life, maybe to start over somewhere else, maybe to leave their country completely and start their life elsewhere, because a lot of people just move away and they don't come back to West Africa again, or Africa. They just stay elsewhere, like in Europe, in America, anywhere around the world, that they have a better life, that all the infrastructure that they need, everything that they need to be able to live a better life. They'll just stay there and live their life. Some people even die there. So it's called Japa. People that took their family, took themselves, ran out of the country just to look for a better life. It's called Japa. A lot of people have been doing this, you know, just to make money, go everywhere, no matter what they give to them. They just try to like pretend and just manage it and live a better life. So those are the people that they Japa. They call them Japa. So that's the part of the word that has been incorporated into the Oxford newly edition of the Oxford Dictionary. And now we'll be talking about Eba. Eba is a Nigerian food that has been made from the cassava flakes. So Eba is a Nigerian word for food from cassava farmers, Yoruba. Mainly food begin eaten in Yoruba. So Eba is mainly a food for the Yoruba people, that they really started eating it from Nigeria. Now it's transformed to a lot of places. They really started eating it from Lagos State, Nigeria, mostly from Lagos State, Nigeria. It's from cassava flakes that they used to make the gari, and a lot of people just like it now. From Ghana to Tanzania to Eritrea, everywhere in Africa, everybody eat gari now. They eat Eba now. Everybody eat Eba. Some people in the eastern side of Nigeria, they call it gari, and in the western side, they call it Eba. So Eba is part of the incorporated word into the new Oxford Dictionary that a lot of people should understand. I just want people to be able to pronounce this, to understand the African way of life, what we do, how we speak, our English, our Pidgin English. I also want people to know it. So Eba is another word, is a word from the Yoruba people that has just been incorporated into the new Oxford Dictionary. Is cornflakes, is cassava flakes that the Yoruba people used to make a solid food. We call it swallow Eba. So it's something like a lot of people can do without. I can't do without it. I love it with okra soup, like the drawing soup. I just love Eba. Eba is something a lot of people should try, because it's something that will keep you strong. You know, the real people, the real African people are very strong. It's because of the Eba, the swallow food, like fufu, like a lot of other stuff that we can easily talk about. So, and we'll be talking about Gele. Gele is the scarf like people put on together when they're trying to go on a festival mood, on a party mood. The scarf that they have that symbolize the culture of the Yoruba people, mostly people from West Africa, Efik people, Bini people, Yoruba people, even some Igbos, they have scarf, they have the Gele to talk about their culture. Some Gele are being described in a certain way because the Gele comes with a lot, because how you put the Gele really means how you feel inside, just like an expression that you use the fabrics to make the Gele to make. So they use it to the party. It's all about the expression. So when you see these people coming with the Gele, you can know how they feel. It's like a man that have the Yoruba cap to fila. Is if you put it in a certain way, it means a certain thing. So if you put Gele in a certain way, it really means a certain messages. So a lot of people really know about this. It's something well known in everywhere in Africa. A lot of people really know about the African culture, and this is good that they incorporate this in the new Oxford Dictionary, because it will make a lot of people to know more about the West African culture. And we have the Kanuri, and we have Kanuri. Kanuri is a West African word that a lot of people really know in the street. You can use Kanuri to describe money. You can use it to describe a place. So Kanuri is just like a certain word that can be incorporated into a lot of means. You can use to describe money. You can use to describe a place, because there's a place being called Kanuri. The Kanuri people, they have some tribes that they are the Kanuri people, and they can easily say it's money from the ancient days, because there's a lot of ways you can incorporate or interpret Pidgin English on the home ground in Africa. And we have a lot of other words like kobo. A kobo is a Nigerian language used to describe Nigerian currency. We have naira and kobo. The denomination naira is the bigger size, like the 100 naira, the 200 naira, the 300 naira, the 400 naira, like 1000 naira. But kobo is in the coin form. You have 1 kobo, 2 kobo. A lot of people really know this. In the ancient days in Nigeria, they spend naira and kobo, and a lot of people really know, if you're talking about Nigerian currency, it's not only naira, it's naira and kobo. The naira is in the note, while the kobo, they are in coin. So a lot of people really know this on the home ground in Africa. And Naija is another word that has just been incorporated in the new Oxford Dictionary. Naija means short form of Nigeria. Like Naija no dey carry last, Omo Naija, stuff like that. But it's just the shorter form of Nigeria. That is the meaning, just Naija, Nigeria, Naija. So a lot of people really know this. That's why they say Omo Naija, Omo Nigeria. It's the same thing. It's just the short form of Nigeria, Naija. So, and another word that has just been incorporated is Agbero, area boys. Agbero means area boys, like Agbero, the people that help people in the street. You don't know where you're going to, you want to go to a certain bus, you want to go to a certain place. They are the people in the street 24/7. You see them everywhere in Nigeria, from Oshodi to Idumota to Ikorodu to Ketu, everywhere in Nigeria, mostly in the western side of Nigeria, like Lagos, most of the Yoruba speaking places. You see the Agbero in the street. A lot of people really know them. It's a lot that I can put them into, but Agbero is just like the area boys in the street in Nigeria. It's a lot that is going on the home ground in West Africa. So to Ghana side, the new word that has been incorporated from Ghana to the Oxford Dictionary from Ghana words like Banku, words like iLife, Bogalamse, Asonto. So words like that are just being incorporated into the new Oxford Dictionary, like Asonto, like Galamse, like iLife, like Boga, and a lot of other words from Ghana, like Banku. A lot of other words are being incorporated. Banku is a Ghanaian word for Ghana food. It's like swallow, that a lot of people really know. It's a kind of food like nobody in Ghana will tell you no if you give it to them. Banku is a food that a lot of people in Ghana really love. Even Nigerians living in Ghana, even Togolese living in Ghana, nobody will say they don't love Banku with the groundnut soup, with a lot that comes with it. So Banku is another word for the swallow food from Ghana that has been incorporated into this new edition of Oxford Dictionary. That is just a Pidgin language that's how people communicate in Ghana, and they call it banku. So it's a food, it's a swallow food that comes with a lot of varieties, you know, a lot of protein, granule soup, and a lot of people really know about this food all around the world. Nobody will say they don't know nothing about the banku. And on the other side, we have high life. High life is a music that a lot of people really know on the home ground in Africa. They have already transferred this music from Ghana to Nigeria, mainly to the eastern side of Nigeria. A lot of people even think Nigeria are the founder of high life. No, high life really comes from Ghana, and that's how they try to make Afrobeat from high life. Incorporation of high life music and some other sound, some percussion from Tony Allen and Fela. That's what make high life. That's what make Afrobeat music, mainly from high life music. So nobody will say they don't know high life. High life is a kind of music from Ghana that they sing on stage. They call people's name, and it's one of the music that a lot of people in West Africa from independence era they've been enjoying on the home ground in Africa. And the other word I'll be talking about is galamsey. Galamsey is the other word for local mining in Ghana. People that they do local mining of gold, diamond, just try to like dig the floor, try to look for something. There are a lot of people in Ghana have been complaining about the galamsey people because, you know, the galamsey is the other word for local mining in Ghana. And a lot of people have been talking about this because, you know, the local mining in Ghana is really affecting a lot of life, really affecting a lot of people. You know, a lot of people have died, a lot of people have lost their life because they're trying to mine the local way, and the government, they are not even accrediting this. And a lot of people on the home ground in Africa, mainly in Ghana and some side too in Nigeria, they've been complaining about the local mining on the home ground in Africa. And I'm going to tell you, anything that affects Ghana truly affects Nigeria. We just on the same frequency. Some people in Nigeria want to say, oh, we're not the same people. My brother and sisters, we on the same frequency. Anything that affect them in Ghana truly affect them in Nigeria too. And the other word we'll be talking about is asonto. Asonto is the other word, is a pidgin language, pidgin word for dance. That this is a dance that was being developed in Ghana. A lot of people really know about this, like when they were trying to found the Afrobeat music and they're trying to look for a dance step for the Afrobeat. Asonto was the first dance step for Afrobeat, which Wizkid jack this and he sing about this. A lot of people really know Asonto. So everybody know Asonto is an acronym, is a word that is being found by Ghanaian for dancing. It's a dance that has been attached to Afrobeat music. So this is what we're talking about on the home ground in Africa. Nigeria and Ghana have a lot of similarities. They have a lot of things that work for them together, work against them together. They have a lot in common. So if you're Nigerians living in Ghana, it's just like in your second home. And if you're Ghanaian living in Nigeria, it's just like in your second home, because I can easily understand the pidgin English that they've been speaking in Ghana. It's just the same of the pidgin English we speak in Nigeria. Most of the pidgin English we speak in Nigeria, if you check the Ghanaian, is mostly the same, because that's the reason why Nigerians and Ghanaians go hand in hand, because they can easily understand themselves. We have a lot in common. That's why we will never have issue. And if you're a top party trying to get involved between Nigeria and Ghana problems, you're gonna have problem yourself, because they will come for you. The two countries will come for you. It's just like brother and sister. They can do nothing against themselves, from movie industry to music industry to sports to anything you want to talk about. You have to talk about Ghana and Nigeria in the whole of Africa. And if you are even talking about West Africa, they're the two most prolific countries that they have highly huge progress on the home ground in West Africa is Nigeria and Ghana, and some other country like Cameroon, like Togo. You know, a lot is really going on in West Africa. So Nigeria and Ghana, they have different culture, but they have the same similarities. There's not how you're going to put the two countries together. There's not how you're going to put the two countries aside. They have the same similarities. I know on the platform, it's just about unity, just about togetherness. I'm out here to give you guys the insight of what is going on the home ground in Africa and international community. The reason why I came out to do this is just for you guys to know the new pidgin English that have been incorporated in the new Oxford Dictionary that a lot of people really appreciate, because now it's like our language, our music, our movies, mainly the African mainly the African history is going global. So everything is being incorporated into the dictionary, into the movie, into social media. Everybody just want to know about the West African culture, the African culture, and the West African culture is the black people's culture. Just take it that way. There's not how you're gonna say we're not the same. Some people say some black people in America already that it's not only them in Africa, but my people, we want people. So today I'm just here to give you guys the insight on what's going on in Africa and international community. Just a quick one, because we have to speak about the new innovation, the new things that I just incorporate, the new words that I just incorporate into the Oxford Dictionary, because there's no how you're going to use the dictionary in Africa. That's what we use in Africa. That's what we use mainly in the English speaking side in Africa. Maybe they won't use it in the French speaking side or the Portuguese speaking side, or the Italian speaking side, but they're going to use it in the English speaking side in Africa. So that's the reason why I came out to give you guys the insight on what is going on in Africa and international community. So my people, I'll be coming to an end of the segment today. I'll be saying one Africa, one people, one unity. Unity over division, my people. One love. Thank you. One love.